Hello, this is Molly Reamer with this week's Rituals of Returning mini video. And today, as you will see, I am focusing really heavily on our herb cards from the Herb Crafters Tarot for this month. And I have a little bit of a backstory about that, also a little bit to share about Tanit with you again today. So our theme this month is Protect, and we have a sub-theme of Gentle June. And I went to choose the Oracle cards for this month, and I ended up, I'm not exactly, but basically I had a card that jumped out, and then I had two cards that came out together, and I thought, why not just go ahead and use them all, especially because I saw how beautifully related these two are to our theme of Protect. So raspberry and hawthorn are both spiky, thorny, protective plants, and they know how to protect their treasure. So I thought they would definitely be good for this month's theme. And then turmeric also popped out, and I can't remember now whether it fell out or it just like attached to the other cards or what. I actually drew these a couple of days ago and then set them aside to use for the video. And I figured it would be a good card to include as well because of its warming, nourishing, sustaining type of energy, and so that connects well to both Gentle June and to protection and protect. And so if you are a member of the Goddess Magic community on Patreon, you will see elements from all of these herbs reflected in this month's patron kit. I put together a special patron kit in the Etsy shop every month, and I'm trying really hard this year to really connect those very deeply with our themes and practices of the month. So not too many spoiler alerts, but you will find elements in that kit to support you in ritual with this practice, as well as a little ritual outline to use these herbs in practice. But for now, let's go ahead and get going. And we're actually going to go ahead and start with Hawthorn, the Lovers card. So in the Herb Crafters Tarot, it's associated with the Lovers in Tarot. And so we'll go ahead and check in with what she has to say about that. So the message here is dance with the beloved. Desire in the spring becomes sustenance in fall. Love blossoms, love wounds, love heals. And so she points out the center overlap here, the Vesica Pisces, and this where the wreaths overlap is a place where potential lives, where magic is created, and where love dwells. Give life to the fruits of divine union. Hawthorn opens the heart and ignites passion. Berries emerge from the pollinated flowers, a partnership that feeds the bees and the trees. And this is makes me smile because of our pollen path emphasis from last month. So what a nice connection and an ongoing emergence from the pollen path. Relationships based on shared desires lead to sweet rewards. Take only what is yours and only what fills you with joy. If you pick too many flowers in the spring, the tree will yield little fruit in the fall. When making a choice, trust your heart. So an affirmation for this month could be, when I make a choice, I trust my heart. Or I trust my heart to make the choice. Though the thorns can be menacing, they can also be protective. I protect my time and energy is another good affirmation, but also I protect that which I love. I protect that which I love. I pause in the place where potential lives, where magic is created, and where love dwells. So some ritual suggestions or practice suggestions: make a hawthorn flower or berry elixir and drink it to welcome the beloved into your heart. Pause to watch bees pollinating flowers and reflect on the magic of desire in your journal. Visit a hawthorn tree, which we do have hawthorn trees locally. So if you have a hawthorn tree, visit it. Hang your wounds on the thorns. Make a crown for your head. Taste the berries or flowers. Dance around the tree. So those are some ritual ideas to use with hawthorn. But you might also ask yourself question-wise, what are you protecting? What are you standing up for? How are you dancing with the beloved in your life? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hop on over to raspberry now. The Three of Earth. I really enjoyed seeing this card come up because wild raspberries have a very, very special place in my own heart, and they are turning red. So we have wild black raspberries where I live, and so they are red right now. They're not ripe until they are black, but they're red right now. And so seeing this card come up right at the same time that raspberries are in season where I live was a special little personal connection for me. So let's see what Joanna and Letitia have to say about raspberry. So the message here is to fill your basket with companionship and collaboration. Nourish your body and savor simple pleasures. So some affirmations might be, I nourish my body, I savor simple pleasures, I fill my basket with companionship. I fill my basket with companionship. And she shares that company brings joy to hard work. You have a responsibility to tend the abundance you have been given. Teamwork multiplies productivity. Invite others to join you. Trust your leadership and organization skills. Approach people with clear expectations and agreements. And so she suggests that when we take care of what we have to tend to, we create value for generations to come. And we can build with others a strong legacy and a protective legacy, caring, tending to and paying attention to what we want to support the growth of, what we want to see grow and thrive. We tend to that. So you might have an affirmation of, I tend to what I wish to see thrive. And so that is another possibility as well. And she also says, you're competent enough to the task, but keep yourself strong. So an affirmation, I am competent enough to the task, I keep myself strong. And then also remember to enjoy the sweetness of life. And this connects to affirmations from the previous month, but why not revisit it? I enjoy the sweetness of life. I enjoy the sweetness of life. And some practice suggestions for raspberry. Perhaps learn how to weave a basket from raspberry canes. I actually wouldn't recommend that because they are very thorny and I'm not quite sure that would actually work, but if you try it out, let me know and maybe it is amazing. I like to do imprints with the berries and the leaves into clay, so that's what I'm going to suggest as my practice suggestion. Do make a clay imprint of raspberry and raspberry leaves, or blackberry and blackberry leaves for this month. Make raspberry leaf tea to nourish and delight your body. That is a great suggestion, and I have loved drinking raspberry leaf tea throughout my pregnancies and childbearing years. I drank red raspberry leaf tea. It's supposed to be nourishing for many stages of life. Of course, obviously, research what works well for your body and your life stage. And then harvest raspberries, make jam with friends, and enjoy it all year. And then finally, we have turmeric, which is another good one. And you can drink tea or take a supplement. Again, like I said, not medical advice, but research, because sometimes it has contraindications for blood thinners and things like that. So definitely pay attention to your body and your life and your specific needs. But in general, this is a warming herb that's nourishing of body, mind, and spirit. So the 8 of earth, turmeric. And let's see what she has to say about that. I think I lost there we go, I got it back. And so the message here is one I really love, and that is, let your tasks be an embodied prayer. So an affirmation, I let my tasks be an embodied prayer. Another one, do the work. Teach what you know. Excuse me, I had to adjust my leg there. And so she shares this: dedication leads to mastery. Is your commitment strong enough? That's really powerful for me to see, because my Omen Days message for this month is actually commit. So is your commitment strong enough? Put in the time to hone your skills. An affirmation might be, I put in the time to hone my skills. Hard work may sometimes take a toll. It can feel isolating and frustrating. Do it anyway. Turmeric stabilizes the body, increasing vitality and strength. Remember to care for yourself at the root. So an affirmation could be, I care for myself at the root. If you are struggling with diminished self-worth, teach your craft to others. Look for ways to engage the community in your projects. So interestingly, all 3 of these have to do with community and connection. So I tend to community and connection could be another affirmation and another focus of the month for you this month. Turmeric medicine survives because it's been passed down through generations. Trust the value of keeping time-honored traditions alive. So some practice suggestions, ritual suggestions, ideas. Enjoy warm golden milk made from milk, honey, turmeric, and ginger. I have to confess, I have had this before and I don't like it. So if you like it, that is awesome. Feel free to give it a try. It looks really pretty. You might want to enjoy that. Another idea is to make turmeric dyed prayer flags as expressions of joy, and perhaps even to host a turmeric dyeing party where you gather your community and teach them what you have learned together. So lots of great suggestions from all of these herbs, and I encourage you to view these as your allies for this month, and I'd be interested to know how you relate to, experience, or practice with them. And now we're going to go ahead and close with our Tanit card, and she has, let's see, an affirmation, I protect my energy, because the theme is protect, and Let's see what we have. I protect my time well and wisely, for it is a precious magic. And then we're going to go ahead and read her little poem prayer on the front. Listen, I am the queen of the stars. I am the shining one. I dance with the moon, the sun, and the earth. The infinite is my home and my child. I am cosmic in my radiance and in my abundant blessings. Dance with me, and we will birth new worlds, create new beauty, and bring bountiful goodness into being. Thank you so much for being here. Keep living your magic, everybody. Bye-bye.